A trade show exhibit and corporate event design proposal for beMatrix for the 2019 Specialty Equipment Market Association show, or the SEMA Car Show, as it is known in the industry, and Jeep brand vehicles. Presented by jwuchko and lstone.
The mission for this project required planning for two events, the trade show exhibit space and the corporate event. The mission for the exhibit space includes create an experience within 100 by 100 by 20 foot space for the Specialty Equipment Marketing Association show, SEMA. A trade-only industry event using beMatrix system. Incorporate meeting spaces, a registration counter, a large fabric element, digital elements, and locking storage spaces for valuables and show materials. Design the experience around the Jeep automotive brand. For the corporate event, the mission was to create and provide an after-hours on-site event for Specialty Equipment Marketing Association show, SEMA. Attendees that provides an opportunity to relax, socialize, or with colleagues, and pairs with the Jeep exhibit trade show. Finally, both the trade show space and the corporate event should grab attention of and fully engage the attendees, showcase Jeep sport, utility, and off-road vehicles in their intended but simulated environment, inform aftermarket industry professionals about new products, trends, innovations, and the beauty of Jeep products, accommodate 50 to 500 people within the space at any one time.
The purpose behind the exhibit space is to inform professionals in the specialty equipment market industry about the latest innovations in Jeep technologies, mechanics, capabilities, and designs. Provide networking meeting spaces for SEMA industry professionals interested in Jeep brand vehicles. Provide an entertaining setting in which to educate SEMA industry professionals about the Jeep brand, the uniqueness of each Jeep model, and what Jeep has to offer as it relates to their industry niche, and educate attendees on the distinctions, beauty, and future of Jeep brand automobiles. The purpose behind the corporate event space is to provide an after-hours gathering that elevates and further evolves the exhibit theme, include an experiential event that will grab the attention and engage attendees, and provide a casual setting for SEMA industry professionals to socialize, network, and connect with fellow professionals.
Upon entering the space, attendees should feel as though they have encountered a surreal setting. They will see Jeep models and concepts in rugged, black-on-black terrain with spots of neon vehicle paint punctuating the space. The space should stir a sense of wonder and inspire imagination in attendees as they look at the newest Jeep models and concepts. As attendees make their way throughout the space, they are walking a road through rugged terrain under a night sky canopy. While meandering, attendees will encounter a variety of current Jeep models and concept models and are invited by staff to sit in the vehicles along the way. Once behind the wheel or as a passenger, attendees are treated to an informative digital presentation projected onto the windshield with audio playing through the vehicle's sound system. The video is highlighting the capabilities, latest innovations, and technology of the vehicle model they are sitting in. While attendees are sitting inside any one of the Jeep vehicles, watching the informative digital presentation on the windshield and listening to the narrative through the sound system, we want them to realize the capabilities of the machine that surrounds them. After watching and listening to the presentation, they should understand the individuality and uniqueness of each vehicle and the multitude of possibilities when it comes to customization. At the conclusion of the experience, attendees should be able to provide a better understanding to others about the differences in Jeep models. In addition, they should be able to guide their own customers more effectively in choosing the right Jeep vehicles and the specialty customization options to fit their own personal needs and wants.
The theme for the exhibit for the SEMA show is called The Key to Adventure. 1 month prior to SEMA, social media avenues will be used to inform potential SEMA attendees about the Jeep exhibit. 2 weeks prior to the SEMA show, pre-show mailers featuring the theme of the exhibit as well as the theme of the corporate event will be sent to about 15,000 people specializing in the customization of off-road vehicles in the states of Arizona, California, Nevada, New Mexico, and Colorado. These pre-show mailers will inform them about the show and exhibit and invite them to the corporate event.
Guests invited to the corporate event are treated to complimentary beverages and snacks in the gathering space set up in the corner of the show space. While attending the event, guests can take part in an actual driving experience through a rugged off-road river setting staged right in front of the Las Vegas Convention Center on Paradise Road as the driver or passenger. Guests must present their invitation to gain entrance to the event. The theme for the corporate event is River in the City.
The design style we chose is called Quotidiano Straordinario, or the Everyday Extraordinary. What is Quotidiano Straordinario design? It's identified and named by Daniel Igneous. Everyday life and art are viewed as one inseparable whole in this type of design. The subject is inferred from free-form line and/or implied with heavier application of ink in limited areas. What does Quotidiano Straordinario mean? The everyday extraordinary. The things that we see every day are amazing and shouldn't be taken for granted. Everything is the result of research, creativity, and discovery. Take what is perceived as ordinary and recognize that it is, in fact, extraordinary. When looking at the artistic examples, shapes can be inferred from the artist's random line and ink. What start out as ink blobs and scribbles are quickly transformed into recognizable objects. When beginning to develop a design concept, much discussion centered around things that came to mind when thinking about the Jeep brand. As we progressed and we analyzed our notes, we realized our design was being driven by images of the outdoors and rugged terrain. At the same time, we also had a desire to create a setting that spoke to outdoor city life. When we thought about the city, we used terms such as nightlife, modern, fast, sleek, and edgy. From our process of brainstorming, we determined that our design was based on the idea of transforming things found in a woodland setting into sophisticated and modern objects. As you can see, like the style of Quotidiano Straordinario, the mountains and trees are inferred from the use of shape and line. Combining the black shape and line with our prior knowledge of common objects, we are able to easily interpret these objects as trees and mountains.
Our color palette was chosen based on the desire to create a surreal woodland setting that provided an interesting yet non-distracting backdrop for the vehicles on display. The accent colors were chosen to bring attention directly to the vehicles on display. The stark contrast with the neon colors against the tones of black creates interesting and excitement contrast.
Materials used in the exhibit are predominantly shades of black to create the tone-on-tone backdrop we desired in order to create the surreal woodland setting with the edgy feel of the city. Gray polyester fabric is used for the double-sided 100-foot by 20-foot wall graphic at the back of the space. The fabric element has 7 oval rectangles cut out to resemble the iconic Jeep grille, and the circle on each end is an illuminated element that is intended to resemble the headlights of Jeeps as well as a full moon rising up over the trees. The mountainous terrain is covered in glossy black laminate, and the pathways walked by attendees is black shredded rubber intended to appear somewhat like loose gravel you might find while on a wilderness adventure. Matte black laminate covers the trees and registration desk, and black carpeting is used in the entrance, registration, and meeting and social areas.
The 2 personas identified for the project are Sheila Langford and Daryl Dumont. Sheila is an aftermarket sales manager who manages a retail distribution center specializing in aftermarket parts for custom Jeep building. Sheila is a force to be reckoned with in the specialty parts industry. She has won multiple awards for high grossing sales achievement 3 years running. Her colleagues describe her as high energy and highly motivated. She looks forward to the SEMA show each year to learn about all the new customization options available for Jeep vehicles and the new innovations developed by Fiat, Jeep, Chrysler, or Ford Jeep. Daryl is an automotive restoration body shop owner and technician. Daryl has been repairing and refinishing all makes and models of vehicles since 1973. In 1993, he took over as owner of the Tempe, Arizona shop he started in. Always having had a love for Jeeps and off-road driving, Daryl and his team have developed a reputation among Jeep owners and off-roads as one of the best shops for Jeep customization in the country. Typically attending the SEMA show also, or solo. This year, Daryl has brought his lead technician, shop mechanic, and a design team member with him. The group is looking forward to the SEMA show as a whole, but will be especially interested in the Jeep experience, specialty parts, and after-hours corporate Jeep event.
The exhibit space has a simple floor plan, which features a large mountain structure in the center. On the back side, 2 Jeeps are on display, and the iconic grille symbol with the headlights is featured across the 100-foot expanse. As Sheila and Daryl enter the space, they see the registration desk and meeting tent to their right. Ahead of them are 3 Jeeps displayed on black mountainous terrain and entrances to the pathway that leads them along their experience. Sheila, Daryl, and all attendees will walk the path, select a Jeep, climb inside, and watch a digital presentation projected on the windshield while listening to the audio narrative through the vehicle sound system. If attendees would like to learn more about Jeep models or aftermarket options, they can meet with specialists and sales reps in the camper-turned office or the tent-turned boardroom. To learn more about Jeep, its history, and its future, guests can watch a 30-foot by 10-foot digital timeline presentation.
As Daryl or Sheila walk the show floor, they would see 2 Jeeps on display in front of the giant wall resembling the iconic Jeep grille and full moon rising over the trees on the back side of the space. And they would be able to look through the cutouts in the grille to get a peek of what's waiting for them on the other side. While walking past the space on the side or front, This is the view Sheila or Daryl would see.
The number of beMatrix frames required to build this exhibit is 789. The back wall requires 98, the floor requires 390, the front walls require 66 total, and the canopy requires 235. The canopy dimensions are 100 feet wide at the back by 100 feet deep from front to back, 36 feet wide at the front, and 2.5 inches thick approximately. The canopy requires 24 pig points.
The floor is 100 by 100 feet and approximately 2.5 inches thick. The floor requires 390 panels. The two side walls are 10 feet tall by 30 feet long and approximately 2.5 inches thick. The front walls are 10 feet tall by 34 feet long by 2.5 inches thick and require 33 panels for each set of walls. The back wall is 20 feet high by 100 feet wide and approximately 2 feet thick. The mountain structure is 14 feet tall by 100 feet in length and 100 feet in width. The tent is 15 feet wide by 15 feet long and 10 feet tall, made of a charcoal colored nylon and serves as one of the two meeting spaces. The desk is 15 feet in total and 5 feet in total depth, 42 inches high, and the countertop is 24 inches deep and made of brushed aluminum. To ship just the frames would require 41 crates at 4 by 4 feet by 8 feet long.
After taking into consideration most of the costs incurred for the exhibit, the total came to $1,267,796. This concludes our presentation for beMatrix and the SEMA Trade Show for 2019. Thank you for your time and the opportunity to present our proposal.